Hey, old chap. I'm so glad you came here. Yeah. I am not accustomed to writing obituaries. I am not sober or in any shape in which to write my wife's obituary and do the right kind of tribute I want for her. I think you. Right. You've heard the rumors. My liver is as yellow as my stomach feels as I am about to face this funeral. Yeah. It's nice of you to say. That one book did really well. No. It was quite the tutelage of 1920s romance and flapper fantasy, I have to say. Yeah. I'm in no shape or sorts. No. I always thought that if anyone were hot, cold-blooded, lukewarm, soft or sweet, and my family passed away, I'd write the best obituary any damn Yank come up with. But all I am now is a sad piece of nerves on a deteriorating myself, to say. Yes, thank you. Oh, the beginning, of course. Yeah, how did I meet Zelda? How do you meet something that stays with you your whole life? I don't know. I know. Here we are in this fancy hotel, and I didn't come from a lot, you have to say. My family in the South, we were not so accomplished. And I have to say, the South fumigated their men in the early 1900s, and I was at a party. Maybe it was a nightclub. And I didn't know her name. But I knew her eyes. And how she made me feel. She captivated the light. I turned around. Someone touched my shoulder, and there I was at the bar. And the way she held her cocktail glass. And I know, I have to tell you, I know I was the 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th man that she had talked to. And she had the same trick that she used with all of them. She'd look over her glass, those big almond eyes of herself, and that beautiful heart-shaped face, and hide most of her face and her eyes, and she would talk to you and look up. How Southern girls, I'd met many a beautiful Southern girl, but that magic and witchcraft, I don't know who taught her that, but she had an act. I didn't know her name. She'd lift her eyes up over the glass of vermouth, and the light would hit her eyes, and I forgot my name, old chap. I don't even think I ever told her my goddamn name. and I never heard hers. Within seconds, she was whisked away, and I was gone. And how did I see her again? Well, I had started. Of course, I was in the reserves and worked my way up through the military. And a friend of mine pulled me into Asheville. I said, we're going to go see the show. One of the most beautiful ballets you'll ever see. Here I was, a stick and a straight in the mud. Couldn't even pronounce Tchaikovsky. No, it wasn't him. Shoot fire. Before that, she wasn't a sugar plum fairy. I don't know what she was. I've never seen it straight as an arrow. All of a sudden, this dancer came across the stage. And I saw it. And I thought to myself, God, where have I seen that magic before? Lord, I leaned against my friend Jay and I said, is this happening? I've never heard anything like this in my entire life. Is this meant to captivate me? By George. I was stolen then and there. Heart, mind, body, and soul. Have you ever heard a catchy tune? Like, I know other writers here in town, they call them jingles. Something you can't let go of. I love you truly, or it's like she reeled in my head like a song I couldn't stop. There were introductions made. And then I knew the affluency and the rank in which Scott could never stand. To nose, to foot, to eyebrow, to head. Not even to the knee of her father. So I began. I knew I had to be something bigger. So I heard from a friend that she was going to be on the coast, another dance. I begged, robbed, stole, lied. I lied to the Sarge on duty. Took the cheapest train I could to the coast to see her dance. And the way she danced, I swear to God, I felt like it was just for me. I swear to God, it was just... But everybody's there. Their eyes are wanting just a piece of Zelda. Just a piece of that magic. I don't know. They say a man knows love just as much as he knows how close he can get to hell and how close he can get to heaven. And I knew in that moment she could have any man in that room. And chap, I knew what I had was out of the question. I either made a plan in that moment changed what I was, provoked myself into a future person that could bring about the love of this woman's heart, or went on missing something the rest of my life. So, I went back to the Quonset hut or so for. I slept on a friend's couch of a relative in some trailer out on the coast, and on my way whittling back down to the base, I decided to make a plot to have Zelda. And in my mind, I was writing a novel. Not what I had pictured, but what I was thinking. Of a beautiful thing I cannot obtain, and how to obtain it. And how would a man like me obtain this complete heiress, this goddess, music and song? So I started writing the book in my head. And by the time I followed her to Nashville, it was written. My soliloquy, my green light. And that was, I know. Anyhow, from there, I had to make myself worthy. I waited and waited and waited. Finally wrote the book. And when I had her hand, it almost didn't feel real. And we were so much alike at times. I thought, is it her writing or my writing, or is it my hand or her hand? But she was captivating and had an energy I couldn't keep up with most of the time. No. So yeah, you know, the book was about her, Daisy. She was my Daisy. And we traveled. Parties. Seemed like the better I did, the worse she got. And every man I would see her with, a slight glimpse of me, you know. Not really cheating or anything. I don't know why I'm telling you this is my goddamn wife's eulogy. So I wrote Tender is the Night. Side of paradise. A lot of it was in the Riviera when we were both drinking. And Zelda's childhood was kind of a mess. I couldn't let her know I loved her. It was, as much as I tried, as many novels as I wrote. And even when I wrote about her being sad and how much I wanted help for her, the goddamn psychoanalyst, she didn't know I loved her. We went from Paris to the Riviera to Spain. All the fancy places. And she got sick. Or they said she was sick. I don't know. She was just my Zelda, you know. I liked her as wild and as free. I didn't care what they said. But they said, take her to this place up in Asheville. First it seemed great, you know. Quiet, remote, mountain air. First couple times, seemed like she really enjoyed it. They had a place for her to dance, and another couple times I visited her, she seemed hollow, distant, removed. And I kept hiding to her how much I was drinking. Last time I saw her in Asheville, I was afraid to see her. I was afraid to see her. I showed up. I was afraid. I was drunk. And I kept drinking harder. And harder because I was afraid of what I would see. See the woman I loved and pined for and planned for my whole life. I was drunker than I've ever been in my entire life. She was angry and upset, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why. So like a coward, I didn't meet her. Like a coward, I didn't try. So like a coward, I left her there, thinking I'll have another time. Thinking I'd have another time with my Zelda. Like a coward. I can't remember anything. Except her swift back of her head turning away. She went away and them telling me I couldn't see her. I didn't try hard enough. I thought you confessed to priests, not reporters. Sorry, old chap. I think I've cried in front of 2 men. My sergeant, battalion. Not you. No. I don't know. Just tell him. She was my goddamn life. Whatever you have, just don't ruin it like I would ruin you. She would catch anyone's heart. Why she caught mine, I don't know why. I don't know why I was so lucky. Read my books. Read Gatsby.